Welcome to the Humewood Golf Club, and we're here with BMW PE. I've got the beautiful Jolene next to me. She's come to show us the beautiful new BMW iX. Everybody, what an incredible vehicle, and this is the future of driving, and hopefully in SA very soon. We've got our Tesla wall up here, we've got a Tesla charging station, so why better than not having members with the new electric vehicles that are on offer. We've already got 2 members that are enjoying the privileges of the charging station, and we want more of you to do so. So we've come to show you the new iX40. Am I right, Jolene?
That's correct, Brendan.
So tell us about the evolution of BMW going into electric vehicles.
Well, first off, thank you for having me here today. It's an honor to come chat about our EVs and our brand portfolio. As a lot of you know, we have had our BMW i3 on the roads for a number of years, and also the i8 hybrid. Unfortunately, both of those vehicles have now been discontinued, but that doesn't mean that we're not focusing on EV vehicles going forward. We have quite a bit in our brand portfolio. We have the iX. This is the iX40 behind us. We also have the iX50, which is our flagship model in the range. Recently released, we have the iX3, which is the fully electric version of the X3. There's also the i4, which is the fully electric version of the 4 Series. And then most recently announced, we have the iX1, the fully electric X1, which is going to be an exciting addition to the BMW family.
Okay, so very importantly, I mean, everyone thinks electric vehicles aren't affordable or available to everybody. What is the current supply and demand of an electric vehicle in South Africa, and especially BMW? Are there all the ranges and models available immediately, or are they on order? Is there trouble bringing them into the country?
Currently, the best way to go about getting your hands on an electric vehicle is by placing an order. We are fully booked with our orders at the moment, so if you place an order, you're probably looking at taking delivery of your vehicle early next year.
Okay, so it is a bit of a wait, but I think it's worthwhile wait.
Totally worthwhile.
These vehicles are incredible with our fuel price skyrocketing, and I don't think it's going to come down anytime soon. You know, you're saving all that money when you're driving an electric vehicle. So tell us a little bit about the performance of the vehicle. Is this, I don't want to ever say this is a mommy's vehicle, because man, as a man, I think this is amazing. But is there actual performance? What does an electric vehicle give to you that the combustion engine won't be able to do?
Well, the first thing that everybody says when they experience an electric vehicle is, wow, that's such instant acceleration. And I think the best way to compare apples with apples, because let's face it, Brendan, the drivetrain of a combustion engine is not the same as the drivetrain of an EV. I would say let's take the iX50, our flagship model, and compare it to the X5 X-Drive M50i, because nothing says performance quite like that vehicle, am I right? So for those of you who are not too sure, the M50i, you're looking at a twin turbo 4.4 litre V8 powered engine. Okay, and if we're going to be looking at power, on the iX50 you're looking at a power output of 385 kilowatts, whereas on the X5 you're looking at a power output of 390 kilowatts. Not a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Torque-wise, on the iX50 you are looking at 765 Newton meters, and on the X5 750.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so a little bit more torque on the iX, but that's due to the fact that with EV vehicles you have maximum torque from 1 RPM.
Correct. So
yes.
There's no turbo lag or anything like that going on there.
No.
You get naturally aspirated engines that kind of give you power immediately, and that's what these electric vehicles feel like. If you've driven in one and someone puts their foot flat on the floor, you get sucked into the seat.
True.
It is different because there is not that burst of sound before you get the impact. You kind of get it unexpectedly because it is completely and utterly quiet. If you've never driven an electric vehicle, you'll first have to look to see whether your vehicle is actually on, which is the first thing I asked Jolene when I drove it this morning is, okay, is this vehicle on? She said, yes, all the things are working, so we're ready to go.
All the lights are there.
Yeah, all the lights are there, we're ready to go. And And that is the biggest difference between a combustion engine and one of these. But you know what? I think this is where the future is going, and we're excited about all these brands coming in. I hear Mini as well, electric vehicle.
Yes, Mini has their Mini SE, which is a fully electric Mini, super exciting to drive and very, very cute and quirky. Has that true Mini feel and characteristic to it.
Yep.
Yes.
So obviously the biggest question is costs of vehicles that are electric. I mean, they seem to, or deemed to be higher than normal combustion engines. Is that true? And in going forward, is that still going to be an issue, or do you think that that will level out the field now?
I think as we move forward, obviously with anything new that gets introduced, there is an element of cost involved. But I think as we move forward and as more brands and we accept the future of EV vehicles, I feel that we could possibly be looking at an improved cost.
Tell me a little bit about the interior. I mean, it's minimalistic.
Yes, so BMW has dubbed it as shy-tech. Everything is hidden, it's sleek, there's this feeling of space inside the vehicle.
Yes, I mean, then there's these beautiful crystal buttons on the side of the doors which mesmerized me.
Yes.
What is that, Swarovski?
Swarovski crystals, yes.
Wow. That is for the bling.
Wow.
for everybody out there, the bling of the Swarovski. That moves your seat back and forward, little button on the bottom there, console to help you deal with all your features on the vehicle. I mean, it is sublime inside, comfortable. The leather is soft touch leather, it is incredible. It's got all your fancy features that your normal vehicles would have, but it looks a lot more spacious. I think the console design, the interior spacing is massive.
And that has to do with the fact that there's no engine. It's the EV vehicle and the battery is underneath, so that frees up a lot of space on the inside of the vehicle.
Yeah, so what I would suggest is, if you're a golfer as well, the boot is monstrous. What I do like about these electric vehicles is they're designing them from front right to the back. You're not getting some designer who's falling asleep near the back end of the car, but the back end of this vehicle looks amazing and massive amount of space. How many liters in the boot?
500 liters.
500 liters, that's number of golf clubs, sets of golf clubs you can put in the back there. So for golfers looking at something big, for the family, for your golf clubs to travel around the country, this is the vehicle for you. It can go very far, the range on one of these electric vehicles.
So on the iX40, according to the book, you're looking at about 425. That's according to WLTP, the Worldwide Harmonized Light Vehicle Testing Process. And on our flagship, our iX50, you're looking at 630 kilometers.
Okay, so that's important. So if you're traveling now to Johannesburg or Cape Town, charging points along the way, do they exist?
Very much so. You can easily do a trip from PE to Cape Town, Cape Town to Joburg, Joburg to PE. You would just have to plan your routes accordingly. You can download an app called Grid Share Cars, there's Plug and Share. You can also use the My BMW app to plan your route. Another question that we often get asked is, what about charging at home? Am I able to do that? And BMW will actually come install a wall box for you at home.
Okay, so basically you get home, plug your car in, that's as much as you have to think about. And then come and play golf down at Humewood, because we've got a charging station here for you, so you never have to worry about if your car's fully charged. We're here for you. BMW is here for you. I think they've got an amazing product. You must get down to the dealership, go and try this vehicle before you think of anything else. It is the future of carring in South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jolene.